Welcome to today's practice session at the Sepang International Circuit. We're approximately 60 kilometers south of Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. This 5.5 kilometer track provides all of the things that a racing driver could want of a circuit. So after the first race, how do you think this season will compare to previous years?
Well, I hope that we're in for a fantastic season. The Mercedes team have certainly come out of pre-season testing the strongest, which is all well and good, but it's the racing where the pace really counts. It's always difficult to predict, therefore, who's going to come out on top.
The new regulations for this year say goodbye to the somewhat unique nose designs that we saw on the 2014 cars.
The 2014 changes were brought in to promote safety, but I don't think it was anticipated how the teams would exploit the regulations. This year, those regulations have been tightened up to give us a more traditional look to the noses on the 2015 cars.
Part 2 of my Sebastian Vettel career for that one here in Malaysian Grand Prix. We're here in the Malaysian Grand Prix at Kuala Lumpur. And this is a video clip of practice here. Yeah, over the weekend it's been wet and it's been dry, wet and dry. First lap I mucked up and yeah, just got sent to spin. So here I'm on my second lap here, and we're doing quite good actually. We're hitting all the apexes, and we didn't set a very fast lap though. We were about 20th in practice, because earlier it was dry, and like I said, a lap and I mucked up and got a puncture. Yeah, so I finished 20th in practice, which was good. Teammate third, I think, and Mercedes on top as usual. Yeah. And over the course of practice, I made a few mistakes, like this one here. I just got on the throttle a bit too early, and I got sent into a spin, which is a bit embarrassing, but yeah. And now that's practice. Now let's head into qualifying.
Sit back and put your feet up as we head into qualifying here in Kuala Lumpur. Over the next few minutes, we'll find out who's got pace in the car and who hasn't. Last year we saw a wonderful race here in Malaysia, and I'm expecting another fascinating weekend to come here in Kuala Lumpur.
Well, there are at least 3 or 4 other drivers that could be strong contenders for a front row start tomorrow. So it's difficult to predict who will come out on top, but it's certainly going to be an exciting qualifying session today.
No, it won't. Skipping to Q3s right now because, you know, we're in a Ferrari. We're going to obviously make it Q3. First corner going into second gear, and second gear for the next one. Sort of mucked up the apex, but it was alright. Now working up the gears, 5th, 6th, up to 7th gear. And there's something different about the fuel on the info map, and as I slightly cut the corner there, it's showing like a bit of a percentage instead of also gets the fastest lap, by the way. Yep, you get the pole for the racing as well. The percentage it shows more of a percentage instead of just a lap, which is actually, in my opinion, a lot more helpful, to be honest, because I was able to, in the race, I was able to keep track of fuel and save up a lot, but I saved up a bit too much. So spoilers, by the way. Now coming back to the qualifying lap, get a bit of an oversteer slide there, and putting it up to rich mix now, with going into corner 6th gear, slightly go off the apex a little bit. I have a lot of trouble on this here corner. Second gear here, third. Sometimes I do second, third. DRS 6th, 7th. Up to 8th gear and 320k down the straight. Brake a little later than I usually do, which is now probably the new braking spot for me. So comfortable with DRS again, 4th, 5th, 6th. Now for the moment, that lap was sort of good P3, but
it's been a great session for the team. They've really been pushing hard to make this happen, and their hard work has been rewarded.
So now let's head to the race and see what we can do.
Good afternoon and welcome from Sepang, where the cars and drivers are getting ready to start the Malaysia Grand Prix. Driving one of those Mercedes to the top of the timesheets in qualifying was Germany's Nico Rosberg. He'll have made quite a few people sit up and take notice with that performance, not least his teammate Lewis Hamilton.
He's definitely best placed to go on and win today's race. On top of that, strategy and car performance is always easier to manage from the front than it is further down the field.
Kimi Raikkonen has been outperforming his fellow world champion teammate throughout this weekend, so he'll hope to continue doing so through the race this afternoon.
The first person any Formula One driver wants to beat is his teammate. And never has that been truer than at Ferrari, where we've seen a sizzling intra-team rivalry between two ex-world champions.
Onto the grid now, the red lights are coming on, starting down at P9, remember. And it's lights out and away we go. Still there, rear tyres are hot as hell. We get a long side big gap here, going down to turn 1, up to 7, 8 here. Do a dive move, well not sort of dive move, down the inside of the NASA here. Get past, no, if you don't get past them, you have to get pushed into the pollard. Apologize for that. And then snap them over through there. They're closing on the road on here. Brake a little early, you get past them. Next up is Ricardo. Here. Bit of a glitch in the switch there, so I'll cut that out. Get alongside Ricardo. Get past, get descent wide, descend and wide there. Here's a replay. Here we go to replay of the TV camera. Yeah, we just had the line, but we pushed it a little wide, so you can see the place there. Now we're closing up on Valtteri Bottas, you know? And we're trying very hard to catch up to him. But unfortunately, I stepped on the pedal a little too early here, and that slows us up a bit. We could have caught him in this next corner here, but due to that mistake, we just put us down. I sort of kept it a little more, and now the next lap, Valtteri kept away from me, and now we're having a battle here with Ricardo in lap 4. And Ricardo was mainly a target to keep back this race. It is a difficult one, but I did enjoy the battle. Now here in Kuala Lumpur, it's starting to get cloudier and darker. As you can see, Ricardo is right behind us. He's tucked underneath the gearbox of our car. He's got DRS here. He's going to get alongside us. As you can see, the proximity arrows. Here he is. He's on the left-hand side. He's on the outside line, going into the first 2 corners. Brake late. However, he's still alongside us. Third here in the corner, surprisingly. Shoot down to second. Now here we get no oversteer, surprisingly. It's mainly when I get out of that corner I'll have oversteer. Surprisingly, I do. Now about 1 lap later, Ricardo does a move, tries to do a move on the inside going into the first 2 corners. Have the outside line, I'm sticking it through. I have the inside line on the next corner. And as you can see, when that contact and both of our hands go up. Now on board with Ricardo's point of view, his hand goes up. Yeah, which is a normal race. No one's fault there. Our tires are getting cold now, the rain's starting to come down. Ricardo got past us eventually. A bit of oversteer on this corner cost us time to catch up to Ricardo. So Ricardo appears to sneak away from us for the moment. All we need to do is just sit tight, save fuel, and push hard and all the way if we get dry when as Ricardo hits. Now 1 lap later, this is our pit lap here, but that's Ricardo ahead, and we missed the apex there and just go wide, and we're out onto the gravel. And now coming into the pits now, Ricardo and I are getting this lap. Let's see what how fast we get up to speed here. 4 seconds. That was a pretty poor pit stop. That's not like what we see Ferrari in the races realistically. Yeah, that I guess the Ferrari pit crew is not themselves today. Whether they're sick, out of cold, or sick of the weather, who knows? Very Now eventually we catch up to Ricardo, which happily, and here we are, we're having a ding-dong battle with him. Ricardo makes contact on our right-hand side, and he now has to concede that position to us now. We go on to the engineer, asking
There's going to be a huge downpour in the next couple of minutes.
Heavier, without any laps now. So now we have to keep the car. Now the goal here is to keep the car behind, and then go a little bit wide and head onto the grass here. The car to get past us. We try to tuck behind his go down to the first corner, put it in the mix, so we don't have any abuse. Third down to the second. Now we get past him, just behind us now. Really good defend until lap 13 now, onto the straight. Ricardo behind us, we go down this lean mix as usual. Still having to defend from Ricardo. Ricardo is definitely been a tough opponent in this race for us. Weather forecast is rain is getting heavier and heavier this lap. Now, at the end of lap 13, Ricardo is directly behind us, trying to get past us. Doesn't do, and now he goes into the pits, blocks with the wet tires, which in my opinion, he made the best choice to box that lap on this lap here. Coming into the pits now for the new wet tires. Now, let's see if Ferrari can make a pit stop, sorry. A little bit on there. 2.4 seconds now. That's the Ferrari team that we definitely know. 2.4 seconds. There was a much more pit stop and another glitch in the recording there. And we come out of the pit there. Grosjean gets past us. Massa gets past us. We tap the rear right tire of Felipe Massa there. The Senators driven over to trying to get past him. Doesn't work for the moment. Now, we cut over the corner there on lap 15, trying to Felipe Massa. We get the move done here for now. And we get past Felipe Massa. And now next lap here, we get up to Grosjean. Trying to stick behind it for the moment, because I don't want to listen to this video, especially on this one. All the time. No, I like the corner. It's really fun sliding on it. But when you're trying to catch someone in the way, close to the Grosjean here. A little bit of the air takes third, sticking behind Grosjean now. Haven't got the job done yet. Still need to get into the slipstream. We're in the slipstream now. Trying to close up on him, trying to get past him in this next corner. Dive down the inside of Roman Grosjean and make the move stick. Now we are up to position number 7. Next up is Daniel Ricciardo. Now lap 23. The rain is starting to look a little quite a lot.
Heavy rain will last in about 5 minutes. We'll then be working with light rain conditions.
And there you have it. We're now going to be dealing with light rain conditions in a couple of laps or so. So now I have to really start thinking about what shows me. A double option or just a one stop for a prime side, and then the race. And now 3 laps later, Massa here takes the way, and our tyres are getting pretty overheated here, especially the front. The front got damaged like that. Now coming into the pits on lap 26, we've got loads of fuel waste, which is too much. At the beginning of the race, we had 0% plus fuel injection at mine. Now we're going to exceed 2.2 seconds. Now that's definitely the Ferrari thing to learn. There is another quick pit stop from the race starting forward. Correct. Now pitting a few laps later, I'm going to go on the opposite. I've made my mind up, yes, we're going to the opposite. Yeah, don't let's do the double opposite. Very cold. 10 laps later. Now, I think I think the options are much more before you have to block. Eventually block laps later. Now we're trying to burn a whole lot of fuel. Trying to chase down everyone's should have plan here is going to have a quiet race. My plan is too much fuel. We've been burning up fuel for the last.
These tyres are in a pretty dire state now. Be super careful on them. It's going to be like driving on ice in some places. Your brakes at optimal temperature. Brakes at optimal temperature.
I have no idea. Now, left goes wide on the final corner, and that allows us to get past over the left corner. flag position. Surprise, surprise, Nico Rosberg is the race and he is going to lap us. He's going to lap 4th place. Can't be surprised. And Ricardo and Felipe Massa, they race
We'll be fitting the
probably
intermediate tyres.
now that Rosberg passed the plan, I have a strat with it. Really didn't go to plan. The strat was to stay behind Nico and see when he would box and stay in our pace. We've got DRS here, but that's not going to allow us to catch up. Rosberg's going to have to make this one. Eventually run the third place. Let's go for the bottom. Now, lap 54, we get a puncture on that corner. We get a puncture. That is the thing with this game. The tires get too worn, yeah, we get a puncture. Now we've dropped down to 6th place. You can see the tires are red hot. Now we are happily having a puncture. I do apologize for mucking that all up. We're having to pretty much limp back to the pace. Look at how fast. 100 miles per hour. So fast. Now we have to not blunders help. Okay? I don't even know what I said right here. Now let's see how fast it's up here. 2.5. Should be quicker than this box. They did not box nothing in the tires. However, we're the application.
That's the end of this weekend's Grand Prix, and it's Nico Rosberg who takes the victory and now leads the Drivers' World Championship.
It must be a great feeling for Nico to be sitting at the top of the table. He's always been a strong driver, but with this car, he has a great chance of finally winning the Drivers' World Championship title.
There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race to see just who will come out on top.
So yeah, frustrating for us, frustrating race for us though. Our teammate Kimi finished 2nd place, so that's not bad. And now, yeah, Lewis Hamilton had a DNF, so an engine failure for Hamilton, and Kvyat and Grosjean retired as well as did Murphy. We're still 2nd place in the championship though, as you can see here. Our teammate 4th, Nico is now leading Jensen Button 2 points, which is a happy result. And then the constructors, we are leading just by 6 points. So